Hey guys, so I am finally getting a computer upgrade in the form of laptop to desktop, and my laptop slash desktop right now, I'm currently using it as kind of like a laptop and desktop in both. I mean, to put it to you nicely, an unreliable piece of dog gosh. I just filmed a whole entire video and it's not even saving. So hopefully my new computer will fix that. Anyways, so my current laptop has 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is really not much. It's 8 gigabytes of DDR4 1800 megahertz memory, which is really not the fastest. It's more like baseline speed for DDR4 memory. It's got an AMD A10 9620p, which I know is power saving, and the AMD A10 9620p is like for inside of laptops, but I don't really get the best battery quality out of it. I mean, if anything, when I unplug it, after like 20 minutes, is at like 50%. So it's really not the best. And it wasn't really the best when we bought it either, which it was back in November of 2017. Back in November of 2017, I actually had a really horrible computer with only a gig of RAM. It ran Windows XP, really not the best. But, you know, it was my first laptop. It was actually one of the laptops that my mom used, and it was actually a pretty okay laptop. I mean, it couldn't even play YouTube videos without stuttering. However, I saw this YouTube video back then where, like, it can play 720p videos without stuttering, and, like, a miracle to me, because I couldn't even play like that. So, that's why I got this new laptop, and, now I'm doing video editing on it, and it's really not the fastest. DaVinci Resolve does not require expensive computers, and I mean, it's pretty stuttery. I mean, playback's not that bad, but when there's like 2 layers of like a solid black layer and like some text, the thing freezes, okay? It freezes. Now back to the thing where I recorded a video and it's not even saving. Well, you know how I recorded the what is on my laptop video? Well, you know how I recorded my screen? Well, WeVideo. Something called WeVideo. It's actually an internet video editor, but I'm using it only to record my screen recording, and then I'm just saving it and then editing it non-linearly in my laptop. If non-linearly is a word, it's kind of hard to pronounce. And back to tech specs. Now, the thing has integrated graphics. It's actually AMD, it's Radeon R5 graphics. It's really not the best, and I've actually seen this video on there where some 10-year-old CPU with 10-year-old graphics beat it out really well. You know, and I saw this video where this guy plays Rocket League on AMD A12 desktop CPU. And this is the laptop CPU, and it's slower than that, and it's not even hitting a mere 30 FPS in 720p. And I think that now it is time to talk about computer upgrade. And I think now in my After Effects video, when I was doing like the scrubbing, you could tell that it was freezing on a couple frames, and it really was not the best. Like scrubbing through frames, I mean, it kind of looks like choppy when it's cached. When it's not cached, it kind of just looks really choppy like that. And you know, you see this triangle because I'm editing in draft mode in quarter resolution. It's not even the best. So now I am moving on from a laptop to a desktop, because I've heard that even when the laptop has the same CPU as the desktop, the laptop CPU is actually 50 to 30% slower than a desktop CPU. So the desktop, CPU counterpart. That's why I'm upgrading from a laptop to a desktop. There we go. So the laptop I'm upgrading to will have the specs of an AMD Phenom 2 x 4. So it's basically a CPU from 10 years ago. I mean, it was top of the line 10 years ago. Why can't it edit now? And it's going to have 4 cores, which means that you can multitask using like 4 cores at the same time. And it's not going to be that bad. Now, the GPU, as far as I know, I don't have the desktop yet, but I have it written down here as an ATI Radeon HD 5800, which I hear 5 times faster than the Radeon R5 that is in my laptop, and it's integrated graphics in there. Like, how can it not be slow? So now my desktop is currently right now has 4 gigs of RAM and it runs Windows 7, but that's soon going to be upgraded to Windows 10 as soon as my stepdad does a disk image of the hard drive in case anything goes wrong. And it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, I know that stinks, but my dad, my other dad, you know, my biological dad, has ordered 16 gigabytes of memory in the form of 4 gigabyte RAM sticks. So it's basically like 2 packs in 1600 megahertz of DDR3 dual channel memory, and I get 2 of those packs, so 4, 16 in total. 4. So basically, it's going to have 16 gigabytes of RAM and Windows 10. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this YouTube video right here because I'm going to be seeing you in the next video when I have like my desktop, or one of my next videos. I'm probably gonna edit with the desktop in one of my next couple of videos. Oh yeah, one downside with the desktop is that it does not have internet connection. But thankfully my laptop over there actually has an 8-pin Ethernet connector, which means that I should get really fast speeds just by connecting the Ethernet from that computer to my desktop. Well, that's gonna be another problem because my laptop is extremely buggy and it always disconnects from the internet.